So now we can begin creating our email. So the first thing you'll want to do is, again, navigate to that left-hand side. And because we are the Club of Olympia, we're going to look in the domestic folder. But if you're an international club, you would look in the international folder. Expand that, and then locate your club. So we're the Club of Olympia. And you'll see here that you have your club's email template. And just previewing it, you'll see again that it's comprised of the banner, the area for content, and the footer. So once you look at your template and everything looks good, you can X out of this section and it will take you right back to your club's folder, which you can tell because it'll be highlighted. And initially, you'll probably only see your club email template, so it may just be one thing. But over time, as more people start to create emails, you'll see a bunch of different files. And in order to organize it, a neat little trick is going up here to the right-hand side, where you'll see this funnel. If you click it, you can search by content type. So if you were looking for a template, you would just check this box off. If you were looking for a certain source file, for example, if you wanted to look for images, it'll pull up all the images. So that's a great way to filter out your search. But let's uncheck image here, so we can look at everything found within our club folder. And so now there are two different ways in which you can create an email. One way is by duplicating an already existing email. So you'd use this method if, for example, you're sending an email similar to one that was already sent, and you know that you're just tweaking a few things. So to duplicate an email, you would click the email that you want to duplicate. You would come up here to the little caret and click duplicate. You can also duplicate from this page as well. You would just come over to this caret and click duplicate. But I'm going to show you how to create an email entirely from scratch. So to create an email from scratch, the first thing you're going to want to do is go up to this blue button here on the upper right-hand side where it says create. Click on email message. And from here, you'll select your club's email template. So here's our Club of Olympia template. But if we weren't to have found it so easily, we can always search, which is nice. And here it is. And so it'll be your city name blank. That's the default template that we start you off with. So once that's selected, just click select, and you get to the define email properties page. So this page is the backend portion of the email creation process. The first thing you'll want to do is name your email, and you can name your email anything describing it. So for example, Jack's birthday invite would suffice. However, I personally just like to name the email with the subject line I'm going to use for it. So here's our subject line. And you'll see right now it's red and it says cannot contain illegal characters. And a colon is one of those illegal characters. So I would just come over here and delete it. And again, this does not affect the final subject line. You can use a colon or any of those legal characters, but it's only for this portion since it is the back end part. Next is the description. And this part is entirely optional. You don't have to write anything here, but if you want to add any information or additional context, feel free to do so here. For location, this is fine. It'll put it in your club's folder. And then you have the campaign. And a campaign is incredibly important, so you always want to be sure you're selecting a campaign, because this is how we group and pull group tracking of emails. So to do so, you would just click on Add, and you would look for your club city. So Olympia, you select it, click Save and Continue. Now you've selected your campaign and can continue to the next part of the process.